good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. God gave me a word today. We have a bit of a dynamic to where my mother loves to share everything on Facebook. Her love for her 5 girls, her grandkids, her love for God. She never comments or posts anything negative on nothing anybody has to say. I have a few family members that feel the need to mock the things she have to say. They'll say things like, why you being messy? And she's not. They'll say things, it just rifles their spirit demons, just whatever she has to say. They'll be like, oh, why she overdoing it, or why she this, and you think she this, and she pretend holy, living on Facebook all day. How is she anything negative? Instead of calling her on the phone, my 75-year-old mother, they want to publicly embarrass her. And these are the same people. Now, Judas is a real thing too, remember. These people that she's helped, their children, them, just whatever, turn on her, and she hasn't done anything to them. And jealousy is so ugly. So in the spirit of Easter, I'm getting different revelations about myself and about the family dynamic and what's going on. God said, vengeance is mine, and he meant that. And he said, they better quit playing on my name. So let me say this. When Jesus was on the cross dying, he said, my God, they know not what they do. He said, my God. You understand what I'm trying to say? Referencing God. Eloi, and I can't say the rest because I don't want to mess it up. But they thought he was calling out Eloi, like my God, they not know what they do, I can't remember the phrase for the language, but I won't mess it up. They thought he was saying Elijah. They said, let's go ahead and give him some wine so he can dehydrate, and let's let Elijah get him off the cross. That's not what he was saying. When Elijah went to the widow woman, when her son passed away, and she's like, did you come here to cause this? He went up there, and 3 times he stretched his body out wide. And he said, my God, did I come here to do this? And after 3 times, he got up. And that baby took that boy downstairs to his mama. That was a first resurrection, biblically. And then God said, basically to me, he's like, if I showed y'all me, your hair would go white, you'd have a heart attack. I think the homeless people that's walking around outside, that's talking to themselves, that we call crazy, because we're not spiritually open. That's why we call them crazy. God has revealed himself to them, or angels, or they have seen something so profound that only the deserving who would listen to them gets to hear what's going on. It's kind of like when people speak in tongues. Everybody don't need to speak in tongue, if you don't have a translator. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't know who you, worshiping. And it's like, that's what my 3s mean. I always thought my 3s mean, which it does, everything happens in 3s, good and bad. But God said, no, it's deeper than that. God don't want false idols. He don't want you playing on his name. When you have the choice, you have discernment, you have the choice in how you make people feel. I'll be back, y'all. Like I was saying, you have a choice in how you want to make people feel and how you choose to show up. Be that for yourself, be that at work, in relationships and friendships, at church, at just wherever. And when you choose to make somebody feel low, make somebody feel inadequate, make somebody feel real bad about themselves, God ain't gonna bless that. You know what I mean? And of course, my mother's, we come to our mother's defense, and we're like, hey, back off of her. What does she do to y'all? That's kind of weird. Y'all just coming for our mama like that. My cousin, who was my son's godmother, we chose each other for 30 years to have a good friendship and all those things. I asked her, a few times, just in passing, all the negativity when it comes to, this one cousin, when they was talking crap about my mom's posts. Don't be a part of the bandwagon. Like, she ain't commenting, she ain't bringing y'all in it or talking about drama or nothing. Why do y'all get so angry? I don't understand. I told her you got three, you got like one more time. Because this is after the fourth and fifth time. You have one more time to think you can freely discuss my mother's post in a negative way to me. I'm not going to be like, I know. No, that is my mother. Are you dumb? Like, what? She goes on there, after my mother lost her sister-in-law, my Aunt Phyllis. My Aunt Phyllis loved going down to the country, hanging out with them, which is fine, You can share Aunt Phyllis, no big deal. But when they say something, which is fine, no one says anything, and boy, they have drugged my auntie behind her back, especially talking about when she would go to Tulsa, Oklahoma to go visit our cousins down there, how they would talk about our auntie, yelling at the kids or whatever. She didn't want to help clean up Thanksgiving and Christmas, and she just be down here. They loved her very, very, very much, no matter what. Everybody talks about everybody. You only think about it when a person passes away. Because it comes as a shock. So don't go overboard with the semantics. So my mom posts her sister just saying, blood didn't make us sisters. And, we chose each other. And that was so beautiful, my mama put. And they made it something so ugly. Hold on, y'all. But they made it so ugly and so negative. My cousin, she's like, why you being messy? And I put, what's so messy? Why are you always mouth vomiting to my mom? Leave her alone and cut it out. Cut the bull. You know what I'm saying? Some told me to block her, and I did, and to just delete her because I gave you another chance after chance after chance. You're weird. Why do y'all keep coming after my mama? The girl ain't saying nothing ugly or negative. She's 75. She's proud of her grandkids and her daughters. How about talk about your kids more than just on their birthday? Hello? Cut it out. I share with them along her, of course, throughout the 30 years. Because mind you, I'm 47 in May and she's 50. So I'm just saying we chose each other for the past 30 years since I was like 16. You know what I'm saying? About to be 17 or whatever. And just to be best cousins and to just every day, I wanted to leave Dallas because I was going through a bit of a depression. And I was telling my sisters, and they really didn't understand the dynamics of my mind and what that really meant, I'm like, hey, I need to spend time with y'all. I'm just kind of bored. And I didn't know how to tell them I was depressed and needing them. But they had their lives and had things to do, and I understand. So I shared with her. It was a bit lonely at home, me reaching out to people to hang out, and everyone has their lives that they live, So I'm cool. I'm making my peace with, what I got going on. I need to just start healing and not be, just so I can get stronger. We moved to Arizona. Some suicides happened in the family. I damn sure didn't need to stay there for that. I was ready to go. I'm battling depression and anxiety. I don't want to be around that. I don't know how long it will take me to get out of it. We realized just 4 months ago, I just snapped out of it. Come on. And I've been here 4 years. I give myself permission to tell people I don't want to hear negative stuff because I pray to God to have a barrier, a protective hedge around me to where I won't have to feel nothing. One more pause. Let me get the baby's breakfast out of the oven. Okay. So God wants to protect you. I don't know where I started, but here we go. Ended. God wants to protect you from things that could hurt you and that could devastate you, right? So he is going to, if you listen to him, if something tells you block this or block that, go ahead and block it, so you don't have to see stuff. My cousin went on there and said, she told her daughter, I guess because her daughter tried to message me to keep things going. I don't know why you trying to block us. That's why your sisters didn't want to deal with you. So you moved to Arizona. You big and bad in Arizona. I didn't say anything provoking. So I deleted that child because I'm not going to argue with such negative demonic entities. You know what I mean? Because that's so bad, right? You choose how you want to be. And I choose to ignore you because that'll hurt you worse. You're a young 20-something-year-old little girl that already has so much bad things following you. Bad things that have happened to you that I had to pray for you. I'll leave it at that. It's not the place for it. Your mother, my cousin, should not have shared those things with you, especially out of context. See what I'm saying? Not good. Not good at all. Then my cousin proceeds to say, why y'all trying to, she put my name in it. Why you trying to protect your mom? She should have tried to protect you from being molested by your uncle. She put that on Facebook. She really let the devil use her, and out loud, I thank God for not letting it affect my heart, because when people tell you versus you seeing it yourself does hit different. I gave myself permission to block her and cut her off first of all, I gave myself permission to cut her off when she kept wanting me to stalk her married ex-boyfriend's Facebook page. And she was about to go, and cause trouble in their marriage by popping up over to his house because he didn't answer her phone call, which he never does, over something so insignificant as a key they share. He never tried to attempt to take a vehicle, in title only that they share. She's going to pay it off when she, gets the money. And she wants to have the key. That's a good conversation that was already given. Now, because he's ignoring you and because you're having these dreams about him and, you secretly wish that you could still be with him, you decide to tell me, I don't care. If he don't answer, it don't matter. They'll be seeing me over a key. That's not a good idea. That's so dumb. Then her bullying ways, which is why all of the family members, half of them don't deal with her because her and her daughter are just mean bullies. I've dealt with her for so long. All the negative, all the everything, right? I never judged her out loud. And I prayed for the thoughts that I had negative about her. You gonna put on Facebook that I was molested as a kid? Because I blocked you? Because I don't want to deal with you? Instead of cursing you out or being on your level, I deleted you. And you... So I was watching so many things. I'm like, Judas is the reason why there's Easter more than anything. Not just that, but he's a part of that. Who am I to not have a Judas in my life? Somebody I loved so bad for 30 years and trusted. To heal me, or to remind me who I am when I'm down, and for me to do the same for her, right? Just be there for each other. Choose to be best cousins, best friends, baby mamas, right? If I can hold you accountable, why am I in your life? Other than that, we're relatives, right? I understand she's hurt because, for one, the jealousy of this woman getting this attention, her daughters loving him out loud. One of her daughters, me, I ain't dealing with her. So instead of asking what's wrong or trying to fix it, you sever it and burn the ends like a tubal ligation that worked when you get the tubes tied. But you know what, y'all? Because I didn't see the shit she had to say, because I was obedient to God, and whenever He told me don't delete her, block her now, I listened. So I didn't get to see it. And every time my mom, who bless her heart, wants to tell me about it or whatever, or whoever would tell me, I would give myself permission to not have to hear about it. I don't have a reaction. God said, vengeance is mine, and they better quit playing on my name. That includes my mama too. That includes anybody playing on His name or saying anything in the name of Jesus. And it ain't got nothing to do with Him. My sister was in an act of being robbed at gunpoint. She actually saw her ex-mother-in-law and my mom's mom, who were both angels, tell her it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. I feel like just how God showed Himself up to see exactly what we had going on down here. He showed Himself up as Jesus. He showed Himself up as those two angels to give her comfort and not scare her. Because if He showed up in His true way, right? Y'all, God is still the first testament God. He just allowed us to be saved by grace, to understand this creation He made and what the hell are we doing to save us from hell. He knew everything that was going to happen. It's how you react to it. I choose to walk in my healing and in my love for God. I thank God that I blocked her, so I don't really like hearsay and speculation so much, but that's why God told me to go ahead and block her. So that way, people telling me wouldn't hurt me as much as seeing it. When you see a crazy person outside talking to themselves, don't interrupt them, but smile at them. That's how I know they got to see God. Even when they see demons and all the crazy shit. If you believe in angels and God, how come you don't believe in that just as well? Just saying. I want to live till I'm like 95. I still can have a 40-year marriage with somebody that God brings into my life. God is changing me so I can be deserving of what I'm praying for. Me and my son been going to church every Sunday now. Meaning I actually did the work and found a church home. And it's good. We went Friday night, which is Good Friday. Tonight, Saturday at 5 o'clock, there's a lot of baptisms going on at the church. It's going to be so... Oh, I want to be in that spirit. And then Sunday's Easter. So imagine how busy the devil is right now with how powerful Jesus was when He arose on the third day. So yes, we're going to be tempted. Yes, we're going to go through horrible, disgusting, horrible, hurtful, painful things. But it's how we respond and react to it. I love my cousin. And her mother, who also decided to chime in. And when my mom was talking back in 2015 about how she had to be a single mom and we didn't have dads there. Whatever my mom was saying at the time, right? She's going to put on her, they didn't have a mama either. Okay, but you slept with my uncle that passed away and my cousin's dad that passed away. There's a lot of family scandals. There's a lot. I will hush. A lot of deaths in the family that are either caused by other family members or not. There's a lot of things. Even me saying this now is, the devil is creeping in. Like, say this, say that, right? You started, I don't mind it. My mom's other sister, or her sister, one of the two surviving. God bless her. And I wonder how she sleeps at night, if those nightmares ever stop or they're getting worse. You find yourself somewhere rocking. As much as I love God, imagine in how I see manifestings and things like that. Imagine if I only did shadow work. Like my grandma's side of the family, the Creole side. Puerto Rican and Creole side. What if I did shadow work, and I believe in that as much as I believe in Jesus and letting him handle it. Right? You know how you think you can speak things into existence. You can think things into existence. And right now, like I told my mama, I was mourning. I feel like I'm mourning something really bad, and that's sad. Because maybe when it happens, I won't care. But right now, silently, I'm mourning something, and that makes me sad. God bless my family and everything that they have going on. I give myself permission to be out of it. You say things to hurt me publicly. This does not need a public apology. This is a done. I forgive her and I love her and I love her daughter and I love her mother. Because I chose them for 30 years to be one of their best cousins. A good memory, you know. And this is what I get. All for defending my mother and asking you quit talking shit about my mama posts. She don't talk about y'all or family dynamics, you know, that has to do with anything other than her girls or how much she loves the Lord. My mom is the most beautiful woman, the most caring, sweet, loving woman, but she has her battles, her demons. She has her things. She was molested as a kid. Her mom died when she was 5. She's the oldest of 5. She never felt she had the love she needed, but yet she poured it into her girls even without having a mother. When we go through molestation and rape, when we go through complacency and mourning and grief, and we don't know what's going on, we grow up in that. And those adults are formed. I think that us hurting each other is ridiculous, and I chose not to hurt them or hurt anybody. I don't want nothing to do with them, and I give myself permission to cut them off. I am in Arizona, and I have 4 sisters down there defending my mom. I can sit back and pray for them and wish them the day and the life that they're creating. The seeds that you sow are the ones that you're going to harvest. What are you harvesting? Why are you being so ugly over something my mama posted when she had nothing negative to say about nobody? She didn't talk about y'all or what y'all have going on and why y'all need all the prayers every year. If you're in the spirit of the Lord the way you're supposed to be, and not just on Sunday and Monday, but in your thoughts, God said, in all thy ways acknowledge me. You'll be praying more songs of jubilee, songs of gratitude, instead of praises for negativity. We are telling everybody's secrets. I know everything that happened to them as a kid growing up that they wouldn't want nobody to know publicly. Because we're so angry. They was like this and y'all nasty. Kissing cousins and shit. I'll never get that one. But nonetheless, I can't say some country shit because I love the country. I chose to be raised half in the country. That's my favorite. Good people, country people. The best people. Being a city girl, you know. There's a lot going on, a lot spiritually going on, y'all, and we just have to have discernment. I've seen so many things that I pray to God for signs and stuff. And one thing I'll tell you, God is still a First Testament God. Are y'all crazy? Why y'all playing with him? He told me to shut up and I'm hushed. He said block them and be quiet. Okay, I will. It really sucks. Me not having that relationship with my cousin. We talked every day. If not every other. You know, we didn't go 3 days without talking, you know. Even when we were in a car wreck when I was 15, 14, 15, whatever. and they got all this money, and I got the back spasm. They never said, hey, do you want to need anything? Because I remember everything. How she bragged and boasted going shopping, and every time she bring up the car wreck, I would have a reason to get off the phone with her. Well, I'll call you back, girl. Let me call you later. Because I don't want to be ugly and mean to her and tell her how I'm hurt and disappointed. Because all she would do is not have accountability. She'd lie, of course, and bully her way out of it. So I don't bring it up because it's pointless. It is like talking to a brick wall. A true brick wall. I released my anger. And I released the need for get backs and lick backs because God has shown me so many times if I let him handle it, he will handle it in a way that people will know it is him that did it and why. Anyway, y'all pray for my family. If you really care about me and love me, pray for my family. Because they have said and done some things. My auntie, her 2 children, talking shit on... This is so weird. So weird. My mama has the right to say what she wants to say. We have the right to be happy. To get teeth fixed. To travel. To go to carnivals and events and love on each other and show people, look what we doing, y'all. It's so much fun and we're having a good time. That's cousins and stuff, that side of town that, that like to see what we got going on too. Why we gotta be talk shit about it? Anyway. Happy Easter, babies. Spiritual warfare going on. And it sucks again that I had to cut out my cousin, my best favorite cousin, and her mama and her daughters. I miss y'all, love y'all. I had to cut out my auntie and her 2 children. I already cut her 2 children off many years ago. But now I had to cut her off. Because she even went on there the other day talking shit about how my mama lives on Facebook and she's better than her and fake Christian, this and that. You're talking to a mirror. Bless your heart. Hope you get a better night's rest. And just, my page felt lighter when I got them off of it. I didn't know they was wishing harm on me. It's like I cut them off. Pluck out the hard, horrible stuff when I got rid of them. That's sad. But freeing. Speak up for your mother and your father and your sister and your brother, for those who love you. Stand in the truth of things. Stay out of it if you can. And if you can't mind your own business, and you got to mind other people's, offer a truce for them or some positive resolve, or call them on the phone. Now we have so many people that we don't want at our mom's funeral if she died. We're not going to even tell them. I'm going to grab her phone and post. We're going to grab her phone and post for her like she there until everything is done. Why are you going to be there and you done fuck with her? Thank y'all for listening. I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching another video on this Wendy's World. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And like God said, quit playing on his name. He sees and hears conversations that we don't. He opens doors that we can't even fathom. I'm excited about what God is doing in my life. And how calm he's making me through this horrible storm. Because I know he has control of it. I don't worry about anything. I don't care. Because God cares enough for me. He told me to give it to him, and I lay it at thy feet. Heavenly Father God, and bless those who are watching this. And bless those who are not. Bless those that wish me well, and bless those that wish me harm. Because you're going to show them who they are. Because what you have for me, they cannot be a part of this celebration that's going to come. In your name I pray, Jesus, thank you, thank you, thank you for the watchers, readers, and hearers and doers of his word. It makes me super sad, but this too shall pass. I love y'all. Have a beautiful Easter season, weekend, everything that's going on with it. Talk to you later. Bye.